So the Lambo is starting to lose traction when I'm just driving it around because the weather is so cold right now. And I'm using the Michelin Pilot Super Sport summer tires, and those things I think are only good up till about like 40 degrees or something like that. Well, they're starting to spin right now. They spin in first really, really bad. They spin in second when boost kicks in, and now they also spin in third at like 60 to 70 miles an hour when boost kicks in. And this is an all-wheel drive car. So I'm gonna have to put winter tires on the car if I want to continue driving it throughout the winter. I'm not gonna be driving it in the salt, of course, but I'm gonna be driving it throughout the winter when the roads are clean. So I'm off to go buy some winter tires from a friend. I'm gonna be trading him my stock Lambo exhaust plus some cash for these pretty much brand new Dunlop winter tires. So I'm gonna load up the exhaust in the back of the Duramax, and we're gonna head over there right now. So here's what the stock exhaust looks like. Those are the two big mufflers we took off, 2 years ago now. And those are the tailpipes with the valves on them. And those are the stock cats, but he's not taking those. So I'm gonna load these two mufflers and those two tailpipes into the truck and head over there. So we're back and we've got the winter tires next to the car. They are the same size, obviously. Now I'm gonna get these mounted on the stock wheels, and I'm gonna run those during the winter. Now I'm not gonna, like I said, I'm not gonna be driving the car around when the roads are freshly salted, because frankly, salt really ruins cars. And I don't feel like having the aluminum on this thing really get all corroded and everything. But when the roads are clean, if it's just snow, no salt on the road yet, I'm gonna be taking the car out, hopefully get some snow drift videos this winter. But I also got them because these tires also perform better in cold weather, where the Michelin Pilot Super Sports that I have on now, they're only good in warm summer weather. So they're spinning a lot, like I said. So I'm also getting these for just cold weather driving. So I have more traction and actually can get on the car without spinning. So let's take a look at them. So you can see the tread is a lot more aggressive, I guess you could say, a lot more meatier. You can't really see the Michelin treads, but they're, they're summer tires, and then these are winter tires. You can see the different tread pattern, and these are basically Dunlop, what are they? Dunlop SP Winter Sport 3D. They are slightly used. I actually bought them off a friend who has the same year and color Lambo. They came with his car on a different set of wheels, but he doesn't use them. They're pretty much brand new though. I mean, the tread is pretty much brand new. Got a good deal on them, a little over $600, plus I gave him my stock exhaust off the car. So originally I'd have to pay like probably $1,100 for these brand new. So they're the same exact size, so they'll bolt up to the stock wheels, no problem. And I'll report back on how much more traction these get in this cold weather we've got now. Okay, so before we can plasti dip the wheels, I want to get them mounted up to the winter tires first. It's going to make it a lot easier, and also it's going to make sure that the plasti dip is not scratched off during the mounting process. So I've got the original Lambo wheels behind me right here that I had on the car when I bought it. I saved them, put them in the boxes that my new wheels came in, and they're in storage. So let's see if we can get them out. They're kind of behind everything here, so it's going to take me a few minutes to get them out, but let's go ahead and do that and then head off to the auto shop down the street to get them mounted up to the new winter tires. Okay, so we've got the wheels out. By the way, we're in my basement here, that's why it looks all kind of dark and gloomy and messy, but got the wheels out, and it's been a while since I've looked at these, but I still think they're really good looking wheels. But they definitely do need to be black. They're actually in really good shape. Wish this box would stay open. I think this is a rear. Yeah, I think they're really good looking wheels. We're gonna plasti dip these black, and I think they're gonna look a lot better in the car, on the car for the winter. Over here, we've got some stock parts from the Lambo that we took off over the years. You guys may remember some of this stuff. Here is the original CD and cassette player that came in the car. It's kind of upside down. There you go. And here are the parts from when we did the Superleggera wing. These are the bases of the stock wing that came on the car. All the nuts and bolts that came with it. I obviously save everything, so in case I want to sell it in the future or return the car back to stock, I can do that. So here are all the bolts from the old wing. And I don't know what this is. Okay, so these are bolts from the exhaust when I took the stock exhaust off. Here's my one of my coilovers. Remember when I lowered the car, I think last winter or the winter before, we actually ended up stripping one of the coilovers. This is that coilover. Again, I just keep it just in case I need this spring or something like that, or maybe someone would want to buy this someday. It is repairable. These things are pretty expensive. I think they're around $300 to $400 a piece. There are the stock catalytic converters that we took off when we did the test pipes. Again, I saved those. And over here, this is actually the stock wing. It's all wrapped up. I'm not going to unwrap it right now, but it's all wrapped up in plastic so nothing happens to it. Again, if I ever sell the car and want to return it back to stock, I can do that. Here is the original exhaust heat shielding. This is one piece of it. The rest of it is over here. These two pieces here. And then underneath that is a carpet piece that's basically a divider that came with the car that goes in the trunk. But I like to have the entire trunk space. I don't like the divider, so I don't use it. And then below that is the grill that used to be in the engine bay before I had it twin turboed. So now I just keep this off so we can see the intercooler pipes and everything. So just some stock parts that you guys may remember from previous videos over the years that we've taken off the car. I usually keep everything. The only thing that I've really sold is I just recently sold the stock exhaust system as part of the deal to get these winter tires. So I have a friend with the same car, and he is returning his car back to stock because he's buying a new one. So I gave him a little bit of money plus my stock exhaust for the tires that we're about to get mounted up. All right, so we're loaded up here on our way to the local auto shop down the road from me. I could have put all the wheels in the back of the truck, but I've got a tonneau cover on there and I don't feel like climbing through with my clean clothes and getting all the boxes out. So we've piled them up here in the back seat. We've got the tires in the back and we're gonna get them mounted. Now, one thing I'm gonna have to make sure, the last time I got the Lambo wheels mounted, the ones that are on the car now, when I got those mounted the winter before last, I actually had Town Fair Tire do it, and they ended up mounting one of the tires inside out because on these wheels, the performance tires and everything, they got to be mounted a certain way. So they mounted one of the tires inside out. So I got to make sure that these guys mount them up correctly and that they do indeed high speed balance them. I'm sure they will. This is a pretty good shop. You can always tell when a shop has their shit together. This is one of the very few shops that in this area that I would trust to do work on my stuff. So we'll get to the shop and we'll drop off the wheels and tires and we'll pick them up tomorrow when they are done. Hope you've enjoyed this little video. Please press like if you like these little updates, and I'll try my best to do more of them. If you're new here, check out my other videos and subscribe. I'll talk to you later. Bye.